working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you.
Hey friends, it is 11:15, the day before Vlogmas starts. So, I mean, like in 45 minutes. I was going to actually start mine at 9 p.m. my time, but the day got away from me. So, I am surrounded by advent calendar things right now and need to just get this going for my preview. Here is my list of advent calendars that I have. That's 19. There might be a 20th that I just didn't remember to write down. I don't know. Not right now, Rosie Posy. I know. But anyways, so I thought I would go over them all and see what craziness I'm headed into. I didn't even have time to make my bullet journal things yet, but considering I'm only halfway done editing the Whip Wranglers video, and then I still need to edit this one, I am sure I will get to work on that while I am editing when I should be sleeping. But it's okay. It's okay. We only have 3 weeks of school, and then we're off for 2 weeks, so we can do this. Rosie, no. No, not right now, baby. She wants to jump on my lap. Oh, that's cherry flavored water. So cold and refreshing. Anyway, okay, let's start with the rather large things that are kind of surrounding me, just so I can make a little room. And I do want to move you. Okay, so the first thing I want to show is the most precarious. Rose! I'm going to set things on you. This is my Grinch advent calendar. It does actually, like, open up, but that's not going to be the best way for me to display it. Displaying it as this box is probably going to be the best way. And so I might get some tape and tape these two corners together so they'll stop trying to come apart. But also when I was taking the wrap off of this just a little bit ago, the boxes were falling out. So this is very precarious. I didn't look at anything. I managed to get them all back in without looking. So I'm pretty sure this is a candy advent. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. I didn't get a chocolate advent this year. I got 2 candy ones. Rosie! Oh. Okay. Can we make a compromise? Thank you. The problem is I put things on their chair to share with you guys. So she literally has nowhere else to go that is deemed acceptable for her. So I'm going to put this list on top of that so that I can access it easily, but let's keep going. Okay, so I guess this one does say candy and chocolate, but this is the 24-day universal yums. So they're candies and treats from around the world. And I think that there are 4 candies in each day. There's also a little pamphlet that explains what the candies are. I didn't read into it because I wanted it to be a surprise, but I think that there are 4 candies in each day. So my plan is to open each day the day before and to put 2 of those candies in my lunch and 2 in my husband's lunch. So let's actually start this preview with opening day number 1 and see what am I going to add to our lunch. Okay, there are 4 in here, so I was right about that. They're all the same thing. And I think the intention is that this could be a family advent. And in our family, it's just me and my husband. So we'll take this out and close that up. And this will be going downstairs probably in the kitchen. Jeez. Oh, everything's so precarious. Okay, so let's see. This is called Frugelli. It is a jelly candy, pomegranate flavored. I do love pomegranate flavored things. And let's look at our little book real quick and see what the Frugelli is. Coco's Frugelli pomegranate flavored jelly candy. Before high fructose corn syrup, natural sweeteners like dates, figs, quinces, and honey were used to make sweet treats. Coco's pomegranate jelly candies are a homage to traditional Greek confections. So this one's Greek, featuring tart pomegranate and these squishy sugar dusted candies. Beyond their culinary usage in sweets and savory dishes, pomegranates hold rich significance to Greek culture, symbolizing abundance, good luck, and fertility. At New Year's, pomegranates are smashed on the ground for good luck. I do love pomegranates. The more seeds that come out, the better fortune the coming year. Pomegranate candies are often given out around the holiday for luck and prosperity. Athens-based Coco's Company, established in 1948, supplies sweet Greek-inspired treats both locally and globally. These tart and fruity jellies are perfect as a palate cleanser after a meal or shared as a gesture of Greek hospitality with friends and family. I'm actually going to eat one of mine now, just so we can see what it is together. Ooh. That's not what I was expecting them to look like. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, let's see. Oh, that is delicious. Oh, that is so good. 5 out of 5. Definitely. My husband might only get 1. Because I might need 2 in my lunch bag. Okay, we'll put that to the side. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is so good. Continuing with the food advents. I think I only have one other one. Oh my god. No. Yes? Did I forget to write it down? No, it's the first thing I wrote down. Okay. Continuing with food advents. We have the Plum Deluxe Tea Advent. And that says Joyeux Noël. And this does not contain caffeine. So I believe each bag has each day contains 2 packets of tea, and they'll make 1 to 2 cups each. So I am probably going to open them up in the morning, brew 1 cup to take to work with me, and then the other I will have as like an evening drink. Okay, so those are my food advents. I think I just need to work in order that's on my desk. Jeez Louise. Okay. This is my candle wax. I am actually going to open day 1 with you guys because I'm going to put it on while I'm editing, and then I will put it back on when I come home from work tomorrow. So we've got our paper here, and this will tell us what the scents are. So day 1 is Fall Festival. Let's see if I can find number 1. Yep, right here. So it is shaped like a snowflake. Isn't that pretty? That smells really nice. So that is the first one. And then I am going to be marking on here. I'll give them a rating because you are able to order scents off of their, like, do custom requests. And if there are any that I super love, I want to be able to request them and buy like more. So next we have A Heart for Christmas. This is an Advent book. It is a romance, and each day is sealed together. So on that day, you go and you open it. So here we are on December 1st, and let's just go ahead and open that very first one. And then I will let you guys know in the vlog what I think about the start of this book. Again, it did not get good ratings on Goodreads or Amazon, but the concept was too fun not to try it. Okay, so I slit that open. Let's move that so I don't accidentally cut myself. And it's just goes straight into the story in chapter 1. Wait. Did I not fully open this? Oh, come on. Tell me I'm not going to have to do that for each of the pages. That would be really annoying. Oh, geez. Okay. Going back in with the knife because it looks like we do actually have to go all the way in, which actually that went pretty fast. Okay. It's nice big font, which I really like as I am a slow reader, and I was a little bit like, should you be doing a book for that requires actual reading when you are as slow as you are? But that seems like a manageable amount. So I will let you guys know tomorrow what I think about that first chapter. Okay. Next, we have my coloring one. So there are 24 illustrations on it. And the first day, because I did take a quick peek at only the first one, and it is the same example as what's on the back, but I thought I would show it to you guys so that you can get a better idea because it is bigger than that tiny little picture. Okay, so here is what it looks like. And you can see in here, there are little dots. You use your pen to color in all of the boxes that have the dots, and it will form that lovely black and white picture. So apparently you're able to choose whatever color you want to do. I just went with black. And yeah, you just kind of, I'm planning on doing this while watching some Vlogmases. It's just like a little chill activity. And hopefully it won't take me as long as it's taking me to color this one single box. Jeez Louise, stop being a perfectionist. But there we go. One little box colored in. So I am really excited about this one. And you know, if I don't manage to do one a day, that is fine because this is a calming kind of activity that can easily carry throughout the year. But yeah, I was really excited to get that. It was advertised to me on Facebook ads. I feel my headband sliding. Okay, next up, starting to get into my crafty advents, we have twice sheared sheep. I haven't taken the ribbon off. I haven't peeked inside yet. Um, let's peek inside together. I will wait until Vlogmas day 1 to open the first package, but let's just take a little peek and maybe make a little guess about what that first day would be. Okay, so here is how it looks. So you can see there's different boxes, different box sizes. Day 1 is right here. 1 year, day 1 was a project bag, and I would really love if it was a project bag because I really actually like their project bags. They are a nice, good, like a nice size. They're not too big. They're really nicely sized. So I am going to hope that day 1 is a project bag, but we will see in a little bit. So we'll close this up before temptation gets us. Okay, so now, oh, I had one more food one. This is my bon moment jam. And what I really like about this year's is in the past, when you opened it up, these were like little punch-ins and you'd have to pull the jam out, and frequently that would tear up the whole thing. And it seems that they've really learned from that. And now each one is its own little box that you just take out. So what I'm thinking is I might just take like the box, put it in my work with me, and I have some English muffins, and I might use this as like breakfast, or yeah, probably breakfast, and like toast up an English muffin and have a little jam in the morning, and we will see what I think of them. So I'm really actually excited about that. I'm gonna put this one back in. But yeah, I'm super excited about how they packaged it this time. And I do think that that design is so cute. On the back, you can see there's like a gingerbread or like a nutcracker, and but all these little penguins, and they're so mischievous. But yeah, so cute. A lot of penguin themed things this year. Okay, now let's get into the bag. I am actually going to start out with a couple non-Advent related things. And these are like a couple of Christmas projects that I want to be able to fit in. I have a couple other things though too. Okay. Right. Okay. Just trying to think of where to start. I have 3 sets of first responder Santas, and I wanted to do them for my husband, but I just don't think that they're not going to be done by Christmas. And so I'm just going to leave them in here and work on them. Probably not this month, but eventually as I have time. I am going to leave them with my Christmas things though, so that if I do end up having time, I could be able to come back to this. I have picked out the fabric for my New Year New Start with Kitty for the houses, like the houses of the month that we found off of Etsy. And this fabric is called Frosty Mint from Fiberlicious. And I really love the color of this. Oh man, it's not even showing close to true for you guys. Hold it back further. No, that is not even anywhere near the color perfection that this is. It is a very like a mint color, and I think that it will be quite nice for those houses. So I just thought I would share that. And this will be my New Year, New Start. So I'll start it at midnight. And each month I'll work on the house that goes with it. And these are pretty small houses for each month. So it's not like the cottage of the month that will take me forever. Last year, Sweet Wings Studio had a little Advent poem, and I barely got any of the stitching done. So I would really like to finish it this month. So I might actually start my scriptures studies while working on this one. But the Precious Baby Born is what I have stitched so far. And I am using Water Lily's Plum that I had in my stash. Some people used a different color to emphasize certain words, and I wish I had seen that before because that looked quite nice. But I think this will look nice as well. And then I don't know if I'll turn it into a little wall hanging or a little pillow or what, but I really would like to finish this year. I received my fabric of the month from Fiberlicious, and it's called Dragon Tears, and this is seriously one of my favorite fabrics I have ever seen. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I think it's beautiful. It's a little darker in person. Yeah, it's a bit darker in person, but it's really nice. So before I put that away, I wanted to share that with you. This is a project I started last year. Oh man. It is a twisted Christmas sampler by Northern Expression Needleworks. Do I have? I do not have the markup or the mock-up handy. I'll see if I can. Oh, never mind. Yes, I do. So that is what it will look like. And I am still just over in this area. But I really like it, and I'd love to work on it this year if I have a chance, which probably won't. But here is where I've gotten to, and it's just so beautiful. The colors are so striking on there. I have a Game of Thrones The North Remembers up there, probably because of snow. And yeah, it's just, I love the twisted band samplers that she makes. Oh, excuse me. And so when I saw a Christmas one, I immediately had to get it. And this might be the one I do for Canada for the World Cup. I mean, Canada most likely won't get past the first stage of the competition, but maybe they will. I don't know. And it would be nice to work on this a little bit. So then the final one to share is the Christmas market style. I finally got the first part. And I found I could not find my fabric and supplies. I was looking for ages on Saturday, I believe. But I am using 27 count Vintage Country Mocha in Linda. And I have all the called for specialty flosses. So I am really excited to work on this project. And it's not quite a year long, but because I think there's 11 parts, but I am hoping to stay caught up with that one. Oh, okay. Getting back to Advent. Um, let's first talk about my cross stitch Advents. Okay, we have the penguin Advent from Climbing Goat. Now, I really want to stitch it on this piece of fabric as I think the fabric is perfect. Yeah, I think the fabric is perfect. The modeling, the color, I just think that it is perfect. Unfortunately, that is all of the margin that I would have on this project, and that is just so risky. It is so risky. So, like, part of me still wants to take the risk, and the other part of me is trying to convince myself to be sane. Um, I don't know. I might risk it anyways because I just think the fabric is perfect. Now, this is a fat 16th that I got in a stitchy box quite a ways away because I haven't subscribed to Stitchy Box in 5 or 6 years. Well, more, 6 or 7 years, because I haven't been subscribed to it the whole time I've been married, and I've been married for 6 years, so maybe more like 7 or 8. Um, this is Summer Sky by Fiberlicious. That's the name of the fabric, and it is really just so perfect. Now, I forced myself to go through my stash because I was like, you need to be more reasonable. And so I do have this 32 count spa from Zweigart that I got at Joann's or Michael's. And it is a nice blue, but it's just it's not as perfect as the other one. So I'm gonna see if I can get away with the smaller fabric, but if not, then I will switch to the other one. Next, we have my That How To Girl. And I I put it in the hoop. I'm splitting this fabric with the previous year's Advent that I never finished. So I put it in the hoop, and I do know that the first 11 days start with this color 909, which is a beautiful green. And I do know the theme of this is trees. So it might have been like Tree Farm or Tree Lot or something like that. So I have that all ready to go. And then we have the Advent that I am doing with my friend Kitty. And I did not get very far in pre-stitching for it, but that's okay because these boxes are smaller than the Halloween ones. So this is the size of the first box. I did finish all the way box 2, and box number 3 is so close that I'm not that worried about it. But yep, need to put more work into this. But this is one I am also hoping to stay caught up with. Now, for my scripture study, like listening to the Gospels for about half an hour a day, I do have Nativity Tiny Town. This is what it will look like when it's complete. I have not started it. I did find this piece of fabric in my stash yesterday. I thought that I had fabric already picked out for it, but when I pulled this out, I didn't see any fabric, and so I found this one in my stash. It's not a big margin. This is another one I think came from Stitchy Box. Yeah, I found their little sticker. Let me just pull that out. This is a Fat 16 32 count green tea R&R reproductions. So, I did think that I had a lighter fabric like this is stitched on, but I do think that it will still look good on this fabric. If I really hate it, I'll just stop stitching on it and find something else. But I wanted to be ready. I wanted to be ready to start this. So I have all the called for floss down here at the bottom of my bags. It is all like Weeks Dye Works and the fancy flosses. And this next year, I'm gonna need to organize my fancy flosses so that if I have any like duplicates or stuff like that, I don't always have to buy a brand new skein for these projects. For whip wranglers, on my preview video for that, I did roll the dice for the very first project. Hi, Alice. Hi, Alice. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? No, she ran away. And the first one is Twas the Night from Sue Hillis Designs. That is what it will look like when accomplished. I am over here. I've done the I and G and part of the S. So this whole row, including these words, are all in the same DMC color. So I did pull a length of that. I do need 400 stitches because I rolled a 4 on the D6, so that means 400 stitches. So I just put it on a floss drop that I've made in the past, and I need to make more of from Christmas paper. And I put it on a nerd hoop, and I'm just going to work on that if and when I have time. So I do know that for this challenge, the first thing I need to work on is 400 stitches on this. So hopefully I'll be able to get maybe one whip wrangled a week, and then I'll really push it at the end of the month. Okay. Now we're going to get into the yarn advents, and we are almost done. So in this bag, I do have my socks, my self-striping socks, and I did manage to do both cuffs during this week. So here they are. 2 puffs on 2 sets of needles. I don't like to do 2 at a time on the same set of needles. I do think that this is a really pretty color. And the theme for this, it was talking about frosted winter garland. And so I am planning on doing the string of lights pattern for this advent. I did wind up, so I do have a vague idea of the colors, but this teal one is the one we're going to start with. And then I tried not to watch too much as I was winding the yarn. I was talking to my mom on the phone. We were video calling, and so I just tried not to pay attention to the yarns. And so I have some idea, but I've forgotten a lot, and then I didn't watch a ton. But so this is another one I'm really hoping to stay caught up on. A stripe a day. We have my ugly Christmas sweater one. This is from Fangirl Fibers. And so it came with this canvas bag. And so what my plan is that I am doing the sea glass cardigan, which I really need to review that pattern more because I was trying to with my mom, and she said I picked a complicated pattern, so I thought I had gone easy. But after I do the color, I'm gonna put the rest of it in here, so I'll have like, for when it comes to doing the next set of rows, I'll have them all together in here, but then I'll also have this bag. Hang on. I thought I had pressed the button to continue talking and I was at the end of my video, and unfortunately I hadn't pressed the button, so I'm not actually sure where I had stopped. I think I was just mentioning that I got Lantern Moon ebony knitting needles to use for this project. I really like them. They're very smooth to work with. So I ordered that for those. I'm only planning on doing literally one row a day on this cardigan. That is what I'm going to count as being caught up on it. Then we have my 2 night before Christmas advents. These I will literally just open up the yarn. I've seen a few people store their Christmas skeins on a long cable, and I'm thinking that's how I'll store it so I can keep them in order. But this is the Gem State yarn one, so really looking forward to that. And then this is the Forbidden Fiber one. And in it, she included a few extras that I wanted to show you guys really quick. And that is a few progress keepers. So this one is a house. Then we've got Santa Claus over here. The clasp keeps going in his face. And then just a jingle bell. She also included a ornament and a copy of the book The Night Before Christmas. And I've never had this edition or seen it before. So I'm thinking that on the night before Christmas, we will read this book together. So I'm really looking forward to that. The final yarn advent that I have, and the only one I'm planning on staying caught up on, is my 4th wing advent from Bumblebee Acres. Now, I had planned on doing a crochet project with this, but I did trial it this past week and I just couldn't follow along. And so I did find a knitting pattern, and I think I'm just going to switch to that. This is the full skein that comes with it, Basgiath War College. It's not needed for the pattern, so I might just make a pair of socks or something out of that, or just save this to match with something else at some other point. Each mini, and they're not even in any kind of order in this bag, but each mini is 10 grams, and so I am hoping that that is small enough that I will be able to stay caught up. Here's day 1. So I will open this at midnight and we will see together what it is. The final advent that I kind of have to share is my diamond painting advent from last year. I do not have all the days, and that's fine. I'm not sure I even have all the colors, to tell the truth. So we're going to muddle through it the best we can. The first day I have to start with is day 2, and I'm just going to show you guys to give you an idea of like what is this advent. And I just ordered this off Amazon last year. So each one is like a small little ornament that shouldn't take that long to do. It comes with a like a hook and a little thing. And yeah, I did order some new Christmas lights for my background because the other ones broke. And so I needed new ones. So I'm thinking I might just hang these along the Christmas lights. I actually have one more that I forgot about, so let me grab that really quick and then I will come right back. Okay, so this is a Harry Potter advent calendar Lego one that I got from Costco. You open it up and that's part of the display. So I'm actually planning on taking this to school with me, and I thought that the kids would enjoy it, like seeing it grow every day. And so yeah, that's my plan with that. So I'm not even going to open this here at home. It's just going to straight go with me to school. My work bestie also has this one, so that's pretty exciting. And yeah, so that's part of why I'd forgotten about it, because I just like tucked it away to try to remember to take it to school with me tomorrow. Hi, Sansa. Anyways, it is actually officially midnight, so I'm going to stop recording now and I'm going to do start recording for Vlogmas, where I will actually get to open a few more things. So I will chat with you all later. I hope that you are gonna have an awesome December, whether you celebrate or not, that you just have a great end of the year. And that you are ready for 2026 because it's coming fast. So I will chat with you all real soon. Hope that you have a fantastic day. Bye. Hey friends, as I was finishing editing the Whip Wranglers preview, I remembered that there was one thing I had planned on saying in this video that I had forgotten to mention. I was just tidying up the mess that I'd made from this video. Anyways, I have made a playlist. Well, I've made 2 playlists. One will be all of my Vlogmas videos, and they will be all stored in there. The second one I made is a Vlogmas um watch list, and this is any channels that I am watching or ones that get recommended to me that post Vlogmas videos. And I've done this in the past, but I've always kept them private. But I decided to make it public this year. And so if you are ever wondering who else to watch that's doing Vlogmas or things like that, I will be storing all Vlogmas videos on there. For one thing, it makes it easier for me when I'm going to watch to catch up on Vlogmases when I undoubtedly fall behind. It lets me know where to start. And for another thing, it's just if I'm already making it, I might as well share it with all of you guys as just an easy way that maybe there's channels you don't know about. That it is a mix of cross stitch and knitting or crochet. I don't know if I have any lifestyle vlogs in there, but I've added a few videos already of people who have already started to post either previews or their first video. Like Adelaide Stitched has already posted day 1. She's in Australia, and she always posts at the start of her day as opposed to the end. And so I haven't watched it yet because I've been so busy doing all this work that could have been done earlier in the week when I was, enjoying my break off. But yeah, I just thought that I would share that, and I'm going to try to link both playlists on each video. So If you're interested, go ahead and take a look. If you're not interested, that's not a big deal. I just thought I would offer that. So have a fantastic day. And I'm getting ready to open day one things already. Well, my videos are exporting and uploading. I figure I might as well. So, since it is now officially 12:30 and I do need to get to bed soon, but might as well be productive with the time that I have. Um, isn't that right, Betsinator? I have a different little girl on my lap, and that's because I accidentally stepped on her, so I picked her up for some cuddles. Okay, I will now talk to you guys later. Bye.